All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're looking at what might be the biggest story in tech right now. Apple's massive, high-stakes gamble to completely change the game on artificial intelligence. And it all centers around the next iPhone, which could seriously redefine the device as we know it.
For years, this has been the question floating around. You see competitors launching these flashy, super powerful AI assistants, and meanwhile Apple, well, they've seemed kind of quiet, almost like they're falling behind. But is that really the whole story? Turns out, Apple might be playing a completely different sport.
So to really understand where Apple is going, we've got to first look at where it's been. The company is in the middle of a serious AI arms race. And let's be honest, it looks like they're playing catch-up.
And we've all felt it, right? You ask Siri a complex question and it's kind of a dead end, especially when you see the incredible things Google's Assistant or ChatGPT can do. The feeling out there wasn't just that Apple was being quiet, it was that they were getting left in the dust.
And when you look at the AI battlefield, it becomes crystal clear. You've got Google with Gemini, Microsoft with Copilot, even Samsung jumping in. And they're all betting on massive cloud-based AI. Their intelligence lives on giant servers. But look at Apple. They're taking a totally different path, on-device integration.
So this brings us to the absolute core of Apple's big plan. They aren't just trying to build a slightly better version of what everyone else has. No, they're trying to change the rules of the game entirely by building their AI from the silicon chip all the way up.
This is the huge shift. Instead of sending your questions, your photos, your private data to some massive server farm hundreds of miles away, Apple wants all that thinking to happen right there in the palm of your hand. The AI isn't just accessed by your iPhone, it lives on your iPhone.
So how are they even doing this? Well, it starts with brand new models, like this thing called FastVLM. Just think of it like a super efficient brain for your phone. It can understand what it's seeing through the camera or in your photos, and it does it incredibly fast without completely tanking your battery life.
And then there's this other piece, MobileCLIP2. This is what gives your iPhone the power to literally see and identify things in your pictures and videos, even when you're totally offline. So you want to find all your photos of, say, your dog at the beach? Your phone can do that instantly, no internet required.
Okay, so you might be asking, why go through all this trouble to build AI right on the device? Why not just use the cloud like everyone else? Well, the answer really gets to the core of Apple's whole philosophy about how our tech should work.
When you put the two approaches side by side, it's a night and day difference. With cloud AI, your data gets sent away, you have to be online, and there can be a noticeable lag. But with Apple's on-device approach, your personal info stays on your phone, period. Features work when you're offline, the results are basically instantaneous, and your privacy is just fundamentally stronger.
And this is just classic Apple, right? This is then playing to their biggest strength, that ridiculously tight integration between their custom chips and their software. It allows for ultimate privacy because your data isn't going anywhere. It means peak performance because it's all designed to work together perfectly. And it creates a seamless experience where AI isn't some separate app you open. It's just part of the phone's very fabric.
Okay, so we've covered the tech, we've talked strategy, but what does this actually feel like to use? This is where everything is supposed to come together and make sense for you and me.
Apple is trying to shift our entire idea of what this thing is. It's not just a tool for calls and scrolling through apps anymore. They are designing it from the ground up to be an intelligent companion that actually understands you and your world.
So, in the real world, what could this actually look like? Well, we're talking a camera that doesn't just snap a picture, but actually analyzes the scene and offers creative edits. Imagine a Siri that is finally truly conversational and actually helpful, or your phone transcribing a meeting in real time or translating a conversation as it happens, all without needing the internet. And this whole thing extends across an entire ecosystem of your Apple devices. That's the payoff.
So let's bring it all home. What we're seeing is Apple making a massive, very calculated bet. They're playing the long game here, betting that their unique approach won't just let them catch up, but will actually let them leapfrog the competition entirely.
This right here is Apple's core belief. The future of AI isn't about having the biggest, most powerful model sitting in some faraway data center. No, it's about powerful, efficient intelligence that lives with you, respects your privacy, and just works seamlessly as part of the hardware you use every single day.
And they're not the only ones who think so. This quote from an industry analysis really nails the potential here. This isn't just another product launch. It could be a major turning point. The moment the entire story around Apple and AI gets flipped on its head.
And that leaves us with the big, multi-trillion-dollar question.
Apple has placed its bet. They believe the future of truly useful, personal artificial intelligence is not in the cloud, but right here, in your pocket. I guess we're all about to find out if they're right. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.